Keep this in mind. If you're looking to understand what's actually happening in this country, always assume the opposite of whatever they're telling you on the big news stations. And that's certainly the case here. They are lying.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is James LaFleur with the Impossible Channel. Welcome back. Hope you're having a wonderful day, folks. Something happened in Brazil. This is happening all over the world. We are seeing sinkholes opening everywhere. Besides enormous hail falling from the sky, I have a skyfall theory. I will talk about it, but we have this huge little problem here, folks. Sinkholes. It is opening everywhere. This one is gigantic in Brazil. Opened up in the land of a company. The company is denying that it has anything to do with it, but the people who live there believe this is because of some sort of activity that the company is doing there.
Well, some Wilkesboro residents say they're alarmed and frankly really upset by the fact that a sinkhole in town hasn't been fixed several years.
The sinkhole saga continues here in Wilkesboro. This giant sinkhole right in front of the Taco Bell on US 421 was filled in about 5 years ago. But as you can see, it is back, and there is currently no project scheduled to fill it back.
So, I mean, of course, we don't know, folks, at what point humans have exaggerated in taking resources from the planet, or at what point there is a conspiracy going on. For instance, in Walmart, I don't know if you know this, but it's official. In Walmart, they are holding kids. I mean, like, no one knows if this is 100% truth, but there are videos.
Senator Jeff Merkley, U.S. Senator, is out front here for the tour of the facility, and I look very much forward to reaching him. These doors are closed right now, which is, I think, symbolic of what the administration is doing, is keeping the doors closed to the press and to the public.
Of supposed senators. I mean, people from the government themselves are trying to find out what's going on inside these Walmarts right now, and they can't. They're not allowed to. The police is asking them to leave, and they're doing a fuss about this.
So I'm going to call up this number. Let's see, get my phone here. They've said no, and I guess the supervisor's in no rush to come out here and talk to me because they do not want.
So, folks, there's this feeling of a conspiracy. We have weather engineering, and part of this weather engineering is, of course, responsible for the droughts. Now, the droughts, of course, responsible for the sinkholes. You know what I mean? Like, so it is connected. I'm gonna play a video right now. It was sent by a subscriber who was scared. Now, this is some sort of Hollywood movie thing that happens, and it seems that it's happening with everyone right now. Strolling with your bike, I don't know, you're just out there, and all of a sudden you look up, there's this purple storm coming in your direction. Now, this is happening with a lot of people. I have shown you guys video of this before. Subscriber sent us an excellent footage of what seems to be a HAARP storm, a geoengineered storm. Let's play the video. Let's take a look at this.
This shit is advancing rapidly. If we die, this will be documentation of the aliens.
Yeah, like
It got black.
it's passing over us.
It's got some mass.
Would it be dumb to be standing next
Holy
to
fuck,
this
you
big
can
ass
watch it
hole?
go.
Oh yeah, let's just.
Now, what is most scary about all this, folks, is that we have people taping what seems to be UFOs up there actually. Now think about it. If it is real that this planet is one of a kind, wouldn't other species who probably visit here want to save this planet before it dies off? I mean, like, they tell us that this is one of a kind. They try to find other Earths, and these other Earths that they find are very distant and all those things. So what we're looking at right now could be two things. It could be the military themselves causing geoengineering with hidden UFOs, for example, advanced technology that they have, a TR-3B that goes invisible, or it could be UFOs analyzing our sky, whatever they do in there. I don't know. You tell me. Leave a comment. What do you think this is? Let's take a look at this. This was sent by a subscriber. I think it's worth it. For example, we have Google Earth time-lapse. Awesome, right? Well, now we're gonna see something that's not that awesome. This is completely unexpected and mind-blowing. We have the green areas, folks, the vegetation, going very well, thank you, till 2010. This is exactly the opposite of what they have been telling us. You know, they were telling us that we were killing green area and all that. Well, not exactly. This is not what satellites show. This is the opposite. From the year 2000 up until 2010, we had growing vegetation in South America, in North America, in Australia, and in Africa. Now, how awkward is that? That's exactly the opposite of what they were telling us. Now, this is the bizarre part. In 2010, all of a sudden, in Australia, Africa, South America, and North America, all of a sudden, you see the vegetation go down. The green areas just disappear. What the hell happened? The same year, the same moment, right? So this has to be when geoengineering was pumped.
Scientists are trying to figure out a way to block the sun to try to slow down global warming.
Yeah, it's a measure of the feeling of desperation that some of them feel.
Are they really thinking they could do that?
Well, some of them are seriously proposing.
Well, it was on movies. It is on movies. You know, chemtrailing is on movies right now. It's on games. They're trying to make people get used to it, into a point and where you're going to say, well, you know, it's the doing that. And they're going to say, no, it's natural. It's not going to be planes. It's going to be drones or invisible drones, whatever it's going to be. It's not going to be planes. Whatever it is, it's going to look completely natural. So if it's on video games, if it's on the movies, if it's on, you know, well, yeah, people are going to get used to it. So this is kind of very important for us to share with everybody right now because, yeah, it's happening and they're probably trying to get us used to it. Now, folks, there's something else I wanted to talk about. The subscriber sent us this very bizarre video. I have been sent this kind of video before, and I want to tell you guys that usually this is a camera trick or it is something else. I mean, like it's a bug or an insect that is not visible to the camera's focus, whatever. But in this case, the owner of the video sent us and told us that it had a story. The video had a story like this. It seems that their dog died a week before, and their kids asked for the dog to come back in a prayer. And after a couple of days, this video showed up in this family's camera, security camera. Now, this is an infrared camera. This was activated by this spec that you're seeing, whatever this is, right? And it does seem to go in the backyard or the front yard, whatever that is. And it does seem to go behind the bars in the stairs and then go back to the balcony. This is really weird. I mean, if this is not computer-generated graphics, if this is not CGI, then this could be a legitimate ghost or some sort of thing. I know this is not what we would expect to see in a video, but maybe the camera just captured something that the eye cannot see. This could be the case. Now, please do leave a comment. What do you think about this? Have you ever experienced something like this? Now, for the newcomers and the oldcomers, folks, I want to talk about the Skyfall conspiracy. I think it is very important right now in this specific moment of our time.
The climate is changing, but it's not changing the way the climate change crowd told us it would change. Nature has made a mockery of global warming. So who are the real climate deniers? The ice is not only growing in the South Pole, but in the North Pole.
The sun has been very unusual for almost for 15 years now.
Senior scientist Jens Petersen at Denmark's Technical University says the sun recently reached solar maximum, and there should be a lot of sunspot activity. But there isn't.
Folks, what we have here is, right, we have the government's geoengineering. They have admitted that they are geoengineering to slow down the global warming, which is probably a hoax created by the industries who are polluting the world without any care. Now, this is kind of obvious, right? This is, okay, I already know about this, right? What else? So, what if these volcanoes start going off and mixing in with the geoengineering that they're doing, right? This may be something that they have not counted for. And if you think about all these chemicals, sulfuric acid, mixing with the sulfuric acid that they're already throwing up in the air and whatever else they're throwing up in the air, mixing all these chemicals together and the fact that the weather isn't the same anymore, we could have hail the size of a bus falling very soon from the sky. Now let me explain. This all started when a biologist came to me here in a university, and he was doing a workshop, whatever he was doing. The world's gonna end one day, and I was like, no. And he was like, it's not because of Planet X. He was dead serious. And so he looked at me and he said, well, this project that Brazil has to dig for the pre-salt layer to find, to make gasoline, and to sell to the international companies and all that, to make a lot of money in general. And he said, it is impossible to break the layer of the pre-salt without causing this massive eruption of pressure that is inside our planet. This is one of the reasons they have never been able to actually dig deeper than 7 or 8 miles. So there's a reason for that, right? So what they're trying to do with pre-salt is dig deeper. And this biologist was saying that if they did so, a huge amount of pressure would go out. And to hold that pressure, he said, it would cost billions of dollars. It made no sense. That made sense to me as a normal person who actually didn't know much about anything at the time. I was just like, okay, that makes sense. Just to hold this amount of pressure at, I don't know, 10 miles, 11 miles deep, it would make sense that they would need to, spend maybe billions of dollars to invest in the technology first and then replicate it.
Guys, this is real.
What?
Straight from a horror movie.
It is?
This is one of the things, this is the Skyfall theory that I have that may actually be how they actually reset or end up resetting the world every time. The Ice Age would be exactly the same thing. Clouds would freeze up in the air and they would fall. And then an ice age would begin, something like that. And it theoretically would be caused by the excessive volcanoes going off. Now, of course, this would connect with the Walmart conspiracy, Jade Helm, the New World Order, the theory that a lot of people have that the population is going to go down. And so, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please do subscribe, press the bell button, leave a comment, folks. What do you think about all this craziness that is happening? Is it possible that this Skyfall theory is connected to what's happening? This is all very crazy. And leave a like if you enjoyed the video. See you again.